My eyes had first opened to the world in 215 AD, near the banks of the mighty Danube River, where the winds whispered tales of grandeur and destiny. It was there that I, Lucius Domitius Aurelianus, first drew breath into this world. My birth heralded no portents, no grand omens, just the simple arrival of a child into a family of modest means. At the family villa, nestled amidst the verdant hills overlooking the river, my earliest memories were woven. I roamed the halls and gardens, my laughter echoing against the marble columns and statues that adorned our home. My parents, humble folk of rustic origins, instilled in us the values of discipline and honor, virtues that would shape my path in the years to come. Education came in many forms, from the stern teachings of tutors to the whispered tales of heroes and gods by the flickering hearth. Amidst the bustle of daily life, there were moments of respite. I would often meet my friend, Claudius Gothicus, at the vestibulum in the family villa. From there, we would traverse through the atrium, where the gentle murmur of the waters in the impluvium provided a soothing backdrop to our conversations. As the years unfolded, I honed my skills in the art of warfare, a path that would lead me far from the tranquil embrace of my home. But even amidst the chaos of battlefields and the clamor of armies, the memories of those early days remained steadfast, guiding me through the tumultuous currents of fate. The turning point of my life came in the wake of turmoil that swept across the Roman Empire like a tempest. By the year 260, the once mighty edifice of Roman power trembled under the weight of external pressures and internal discord. It was then that destiny beckoned, and I heeded its call. Having risen through the ranks of the Roman army, I found myself serving under the banner of Emperor Gallienus, a time of strife and uncertainty. Alongside my comrade Claudius, we led the cavalry, our blades tempered in the crucible of countless battles. Yet, amidst the chaos, there lay opportunity. When the fateful dagger struck down Emperor Gallienus in 268, the mantle of leadership fell upon Claudius. Swiftly he moved to quell the rebellions that threatened to tear the empire asunder. But fate, ever fickle, had other designs. Within a mere 18 months, Claudius was taken from us, leaving a void that cried out to be filled. In the shadows of uncertainty, I stepped forth, accepting the burden of command. In September of 270, I ascended to the throne, my heart heavy with the weight of responsibility. The transition was swift, yet the path ahead lay shrouded in uncertainty. As I stood upon the threshold of power, I could not help but reflect on the journey that had brought me to this moment. From the humble beginnings near the Danube to the marble halls of the imperial palace, each step had been guided by a singular purpose: the restoration of Roman glory. And thus, with resolve as steely as the swords of my legionnaires, I embarked upon the greatest challenge of my life. With the imperial diadem resting upon my brow, I set forth to restore order to a fractured empire, to breathe life into the fading embers of Roman supremacy. The years that followed were a crucible of fire and steel, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the indomitable will of a leader driven by destiny. From the heartlands of Europe to the distant shores of the East, I waged war against those who sought to defy the might of Rome. The Vandals felt the fury of our legions in Pannonia, their ambitions shattered against the bulwark of Roman resolve. Across the Alpine passes, the Alemanni and Juthungi met their match, driven back by the relentless advance of our armies, but victory came at a price, paid in blood and sacrifice. The streets of Rome echoed with the cries of the oppressed, their voices silenced by the iron fist of imperial authority. Yet even amidst the clamor of war, there were moments of respite. At the imperial mint, I quelled a revolt with swift and decisive action, restoring order to the heart of the empire. The walls of Rome, towering monuments to our defiance, bore witness to the strength of our resolve. Commissioned to safeguard the eternal city against the tide of barbarian incursions, they stood as a testament to the unyielding spirit of Rome. But even as the borders of the empire were secured, a new threat emerged from the east. For a decade, the princes of Palmyra had held sway over the eastern provinces, their ambitions unchecked by the might of Rome. Yet in 271, I marched upon their ancient capital, besieging its walls until they crumbled beneath the weight of our onslaught. Septimia Zenobia, regent of Palmyra, fell into our hands, her dreams of conquest shattered by the might of Roman arms. The city of Palmyra itself, once a bastion of defiance, lay in ruins, a testament to the futility of resistance against the might of Rome. Yet, even as the East trembled beneath our gaze, rebellion brewed in the heartlands of the empire. In 273, Palmyra rose once more, its streets aflame with the fires of defiance. Yet even in the face of overwhelming odds, I stood resolute, leading our legions to victory once more. But victory was fleeting, a fleeting shadow in the sands of time. In 275, as I marched to open a new campaign against Persia, betrayal struck from within. A group of officers, misled by whispers of treachery, turned their blades against me, ending my reign with a single cowardly blow. And thus, with my passing, the empire plunged once more into chaos. My legacy cast into the annals of history, a flickering flame amidst the darkness of the ages. The year was 275 AD, and the winds of change whispered through the corridors of power. As I marched forth to confront the looming spectre of Persia, a shadow fell across my path, a shadow born of treachery and deceit, betrayal, that most insidious of foes, struck from within like a dagger concealed in the cloak of night. A group of officers, swayed by the venomous words of my secretary, turned their blades against me, their loyalty shattered by the spectre of falsehood. The blow, swift and merciless, found its mark, tearing through flesh and bone with a savage finality. As the world faded into darkness, I felt the weight of destiny upon my shoulders, the burden of empire slipping from my grasp like grains of sand through an open palm. In that final, fleeting moment, I saw the tapestry of my life unfold before me, a mosaic of triumphs and tribulations, of victories won and sacrifices made. Yet amidst the chaos and confusion there lay a sense of peace, a fleeting glimpse of eternity in the embrace of oblivion. And so, as the light dimmed and the world faded into silence, I passed into the annals of history, my name etched in stone alongside the emperors and kings who came before me. Yet even in death, my legacy endured, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness of the ages, a testament to the indomitable spirit of Rome. As the dust settled and the echoes of my passing faded into the annals of history, my legacy endured, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of Rome. Though my reign was cut short by the cruel hand of fate, the seeds of my labors bore fruit in the fertile soil of the empire. Through tireless effort and unwavering resolve, I had restored order to a fractured world, uniting the disparate strands of Roman authority under a single banner. The walls of Rome, towering monuments to our defiance, stood as a testament to the strength of our resolve, guarding the eternal city against the tides of barbarian incursions for centuries to come. But perhaps my greatest legacy lay in the hearts of the people whose lives I had touched with the warmth of compassion and the light of hope. By increasing the distribution of free food at Rome, I had done more for the plebeians than almost any other emperor, easing their burden and granting them respite from the trials of daily life. And though my attempt to reform the silver coinage met with only limited success, my vision of religious unity endured, paving the way for future emperors to follow in my footsteps. In death, I became more than mere mortal, transcending the bounds of time and space to become a symbol of Roman greatness, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness of the ages. And so, as the years turned and the empires rose and fell, my name lived on, whispered in hushed tones by those who dared to dream of a world united under the banner of Rome. For I was Aurelian, restorer of the world, a name writ large upon the pages of history, a legacy that would endure for eternity. Thank you for watching. Our channel, known as the Renaissance Spirit, is dedicated to the pursuits of a just, equitable, and humanitarian world. Video topics encompass areas including history, politics, religion, personal development, society, culture, social and environmental justice, and other topics of liberal arts and sciences, including ancient Rome and the Roman Empire, which is a great comparison and contrast of the modern world. Topics perfect for the true modern polymath. The Renaissance ushered in a golden age and the pursuit of knowledge both lost to time and yet to be discovered. It gave birth to the Enlightenment and the Age of Reason, embracing truth, knowledge, and an understanding and compassion for humanity opens up the world to each of us individually and improves all of humanity, affording us the opportunity to be better stewards of the earth and to each other. The Renaissance spirit, more than just a philosophy or style, but a style for living, learning, growing, and thinking. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share. If you're looking to explore and experience what life has to offer, I'm sure you'll enjoy the other videos on my channel. Please peruse and let me know in the comments what you get out of them and what other videos you'd like to see. But first, please take the quiz next to see if you're a Renaissance spirit. Live the Renaissance spirit.